What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. So I already did a video earlier today where I went over some of the data points and stuff like that. So I still recommend you guys watching that. But Lucid did put out some news. Not the best, but I want to go over that news and what it means. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, it is down 10.06% after hours, $2.80 the low. So when it comes to it, there was several things submitted. One is this right here, so the actual news itself. So Lucid Group announces public offering of common stock and corresponding investment by a affiliate of the PIF. So still good that the PIF is involved, but 262 million shares. That isn't good at all. Plus a additional option, 30-day option to have another 39 mil. So it's it's just a very bad scenario right here. So this same entity that did buy previously, I think it was mid last year, looks like they want to intend to put another purchase of 374 million. So a lot of dilution. And at the same time, they did submit this document right here. So a S3, and this S3 essentially is that dilution, right? So it's good for 3 years. It's a shelf offering. But the only negative side I wanted to kind of bring up more as a cautionary tale, so is warrants. So it looks like Lucid potentially might be humoring warrants in the foreseeable future for issuance. That would probably be associated to the preferred stock most likely, but that's a very, very bad idea if Lucid is going that route, because there's a lot of companies out there that do rely on toxic debt. And I have made a kind of a change. So under my other channel, Trending Stocks, a lot of those companies such as Faraday, Hologram, that rely on those toxic warrants and whatever else, they end up dying. So I was really hoping that Lucid was not really going to push that whole warrant scenario, but regrettably they are. So this is more of a subsection into kind of this. So ultimately that S3 is allowing Lucid to dilute pretty much up to their authorized shares. And as of right now, this is what the current makeup is. So shares outstanding 2.32 billion, free float is 896.46 million. So this is a significant amount of dilution. And for those individuals out there saying that dilution isn't that big of a deal, that's completely wrong. And I always like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and sometimes play devil's advocate, but dilution is not good. If you are just getting in on a stock, then yes, post dilution, whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you're holding throughout all of this, then your equity just gets diminished. Because in case you guys do not know, the very basic formula is you take the actual share price times by the outstanding share count, and that gives you the market cap. Very basic math, right? So kind of investing 101. But if you are raising the actual outstanding share count, well, of course, keeping the market cap the same, well, technically the share price goes down to counter that. So essentially, yes, it is very, very bad. And yeah, I think just the fact that they're leaning on warrants is it's just not a good image. So that's kind of issue number one. And like I kind of already mentioned, I think Lucid just wanted to pull off the band-aids today and just get all the crap out, because they also did submit this right here. So just a quick 7-pager, and they are giving the tentative warning that of their revenue. And so it is estimated to be between 199 and 200, and that is very, very low. So 199 to 200 mil is just well lower than expectations. And actually, funny enough, I actually just brought that up in my earlier video, saying that analysts have actually raised their targets to 283. I believe it was that, or it might be 293. But clearly that is a very, very big miss. So yeah, despite the increased number of deliveries, clearly a lot of that was realized in Q2. not necessarily Q3. So yeah, I think this was a very bad scenario in reality. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on this? So I don't know why Lucid decided to pull off the band-aid this far out from their earnings, but I think even more reason for investors. And I'm going to say this, like I always bring this up every earnings. You have an opportunity coming from retail to pose questions to management. We need to think logically and put forth the best questions. Don't ask like how are they going to fix the share price. Don't ask what they're eating for lunch, acquisitions, like nothing like that. Definitely do not ask about a dividend or whatever, because Lucid is not going to be profitable up until 2020, probably 2027, but I don't know how things are going to play out. So yeah, I think in reality, I'm rather disappointed by everything that has come out. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on that in the comments below? Seems to be somewhat kind of hovering around here. So the market's now pricing in that dilution and possibly even this right here. So we'll wait and see what does happen tomorrow, because no doubtably, and I get it, that's not a real word, but I like to use it, shorts will be really doubling the hell down. Currently, they are increasing 626,000 shares. So they'll probably be very active tomorrow. So tomorrow we might be seeing 30% short interest. Would be kind of extreme, but the news that they did put out, like I said, I think Lucid just wanted to rip it off like a band-aid. Maybe they thought that was the most advantageous scenario, or if you want to think of it as a positive, maybe they're wanting extra cash so they can do something. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Are you guys buying after hours? Are you guys selling? What are you guys doing? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And two things, make sure you guys take advantage of this promo, because free shares, like Lucid going down, free shares is a win-win. So a link to that is in the description below. Each share is up to $2,000 as well on a side note. And plus I did launch memberships through this YouTube channel. So if you like to support the channel, you can definitely join that way. Or if you just want buy signals on stocks or options, then there's also a tier for that as well. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And with that, appreciate all of you guys watching.